James Savundra back alongside me to chat us through the latest deals. Let's start off with Manchester United and an outgoing, James.
Yes, Andre Onana is going back to Trabzonspor. Manchester United have confirmed that in the last few minutes. He's going on another loan spell. He enjoyed a really successful loan spell last year in Turkey at Trabzonspor. They finished third. They won the Turkish Cup as well. Onana played 40 times for the club, and there were no conversations, despite the fact he impressed in Turkey, about him coming back in pre-season and competing with Şener Lomans, who is now the outstanding #1 choice for United in terms of goalkeepers. So Onana has been arranged very early in this transfer window, will return to Turkey for another season, and when he returns after that, there'll be 1 year left in his contract. So it looks like United have found the best solution in this transfer window, though of course long term they'd like to get some money for him next summer if they can, before he leaves as a free agent in 2 years' time.
Yeah. In terms of income, of course, last summer, United were focusing top end of the pitch, the likes of Mbomo and Cunha, but the focus seems to really be on midfield this summer around. So who are the options they're looking at, James?
That is the priority for Manchester United in this transfer window, a midfielder. They're already going to get one in the form of Ederson from Atalanta. That will be confirmed as soon as Brazil go out of the World Cup. But Aurelian Tchouameni, Alex Scott...
Or win it.
Or win it. They could play England next Saturday evening at 10 o'clock, so let's wait and see. We may get a good glimpse of him there. Yeah. But in terms of those midfield options, Alex Scott, one of the ones top of the list. Aurelian Tchouameni as well at Real Madrid. Those are two of the top targets when it comes to midfield. In terms of other options, Felix Metscher, Ayoud Bouhaddi, Sander Berge and Eduardo Camavinga, who's a teammate of Tchouameni at Real Madrid. Two of the options they're looking at there. I guess the issue around the Real Madrid midfielders is the fact that Real Madrid are looking to revamp their midfield in this transfer window. They're looking to sign one more midfielder. There's a feeling if they do bring one in, then maybe one midfielder will be allowed to leave. You'd think that may be Camavinga. So I think Tchouameni will be a very difficult player to get out of Real Madrid. Same being said about Alex Scott as well. Bournemouth don't want to sell him in this transfer window. If there was to be a race to sign him, you'd think Manchester United and Arsenal would be the front runners. Bournemouth want him to sign a new contract. We know how impressed Thomas Tuchel's been with him. He played for England during those warm-up matches earlier on before the World Cup, and they've got European football to look forward to this season as well. They want to keep him. Those two deals look very difficult for Manchester United to do. We know they definitely want to sign another midfielder alongside Ederson.
I guess the old cliche at this time of year, especially around relegated clubs, they're willing to do business on the cheap for their best players. West Ham keen to avoid that, though, and we know that there's plenty of players there of interest. So what can you tell us, especially around these two?
I think we need to give West Ham plenty of credit for getting £85 million from Matheus Fernandes.
Sure.
A brilliant start to the transfer window for them in terms of recouping some money. Here are two players who are likely to be top of the agenda. Manchester United see Summerville as one of the top left-wing options. Crescencio Summerville did so well for West Ham last season, didn't quite do enough to keep them up, did well at the World Cup with the Netherlands, and United have held exploratory initial talks with West Ham around trying to sign him in this transfer window. His future is expected to be clarified over the course of the next few weeks after the Netherlands went out of the World Cup against Morocco earlier on this week. When it comes to Jarrod Bowen, the club captain, a slightly different stance from West Ham. They do not want to sell him in this transfer window, despite plenty of interest from Premier League clubs in this transfer window. No price tag has been given or quoted to clubs. He's got a contract up until 2030, which puts West Ham in a really, really strong position. And also he was featured on the launch of their new home kit ahead of the season they're going to have in the Championship this season. He'll be back for pre-season next week. West Ham don't want to let him go, so it seems like Bowen is not for sale. Summerville, it looks like there is interest across the Premier League. Manchester United, one of the clubs looking to sign him. At the same time for Manchester United, they got Marcus Rashford back at the club. Barcelona didn't take the option to buy him permanently. I don't think United would consider another loan spell for him. So if Rashford's reintegrated and plays a part this season, then will they sign a left winger? It feels like when it comes to United bringing in someone on the left-hand side, Rashford's future is absolutely key here.
Yeah, of course. And, obviously we've had the significant change in terms of Michael Carrick now being permanent head coach. I wonder if that might potentially change his fortunes. You mentioned Camavinga, Tchouameni. Well, as far as Real Madrid is concerned, Florentino Perez and Jose Mourinho already done a